West Hollywood proudly joins communities around the world in recognizing and celebrating the legacy of Harvey Milk. WehoTV News is next. Welcome to WehoTV News. I'm Larry Carroll. West Hollywood proudly joins communities around the world in recognizing and celebrating the extraordinary accomplishments of civil rights leader Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk was the first openly gay person to hold elected office in the United States, serving on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors from 1977 to 1978. He was assassinated while in office. In 2009, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed a bill to create an annual day of recognition in California for Harvey Milk. And this year, 2014, the West Hollywood City Council held an evening commemoration in honor of Harvey Milk Day. At their recent meeting, City Council presented a proclamation to recognize Harvey Milk Day and a commendation to celebrate the nonprofit organization International Court System for leading a successful campaign for the United States Postal Service to issue its Harvey Milk Forever stamp. Mayor D'Amico introduced Richard Marr of the United States Postal Service to discuss the Harvey Milk stamp.
Richard Marr, who is the corporate communications person at the U.S. Postal Service, and he is going to come up to discuss the Harvey Milk stamp.
I'm very pleased to be here tonight and share with the City of West Hollywood the Postal Service's plans to issue a forever commemorative stamp to honor Harvey Milk this Thursday, May 22nd at the White House. The stamp will go on sale nationwide that day at post offices and online at USPS.com. We're printing 30 million of these stamps. With this stamp, the Postal Service honors Harvey Milk.
Mayor Pro Tem Heilman presented a proclamation to the International Court System.
The court system is a nonprofit charity organization with the goal to raise funds and awareness, educate and teach, and help fulfill the needs of the LGBT communities around the world. The International Court System became the organizers and the national sponsors of a letter-writing campaign to issue a stamp in honor of Harvey Milk. May 22nd, 2014 is officially designated as Harvey Milk Day in California. It will also mark the occasion of the issuance of the Harvey Milk stamp.
The International Court System presented their highest honor to the West Hollywood City Council members.
Our highest honor is the International Order of Jose I, and it's my honor and pleasure on behalf of the International Court System to present each of you this medal, a medallion of Jose I, and many of you, of course, are following in her footsteps. We thank you very much, and God bless you all.
The Harvey Milk Stamp's official first day of issue ceremony took place on Thursday, May 22nd at the White House. Here in West Hollywood, we celebrated Harvey Milk Day with the opening of the 7th annual West Hollywood One City, One Pride Arts Festival kickoff event. I'll tell you more about that later in this program. City of West Hollywood and the West Hollywood Russian Advisory Board co-sponsored the 9th Annual Russian Community Awards on Wednesday, May 14th in the Auto Court of the West Hollywood Library.
Really, on behalf of all of us in the city, we so appreciate the richness and the culture that you bring to West Hollywood, and together we make an interesting weave of a community, and so it's so great to be here and be part of it tonight. Thank you.
The Russian Advisory Board has established 3 awards to recognize individuals, businesses, and organizations that have had a positive impact on the lives of members of the Russian-speaking community. The Outstanding Community Service Award went to Pacific Coast Foods.
And I'm very pleased and happy to acknowledge and give this award to Pacific Coast Food.
I want to thank all the Russian Advisory Board who give this opportunity to be here today and to get this award. We started as a wholesale company. This year brings a significant chance for our business, and I want to tell you that our popkovs, pelmeni and vareniki got certificated by USDA, and as a natural products. And starting this following autumn, it will be selling in every big American supermarkets and restaurants. So again, I'm very happy to be here today, and thank you for this opportunity.
The Role Model of the Year award went to Alexander Feinerman.
I'm very pleased to get together today and to celebrate the best representative of our community. Honestly speaking, it's a really big honor for me to receive this award. On a serious note, thank you that you decided to give an honor for me to be a role model of this year. But thank you. Как говорят по-русски, награда нашла своего героя, рано или поздно. Огромное спасибо. Thank you very much, everybody.
The Outstanding Achievement Award went to Michael and Rita Davidson, Tbilisi and Yerevan Bakery.
I have an honor to present today Outstanding Achievement Award to the Tbilisi Yerevan Bakery owners, Rita and Michael Davidson.
I know without our Russian community, it would have been impossible for us to grow as much as we've been grown. So we would like to thank you, every one of you, for our success, of course, because without you guys, again, we would not make it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This year, a special award was presented. The Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to Yefim Stolyarsky.
Рассказать о жизни замечательного человека Ефима Моисеевича Столярского.
And the Lifetime Achievement Award is given to a community member who has spent a lifetime committed to public service and dedication, who has made a positive change in the community.
Здоровья вам, успехов, пусть процветает наш город Вест-Холливуд.
Thank you again to the City Hall of West Hollywood and everyone who works there for all of their friendliness and smiles and welcome feelings that they extend towards members of the community.
Спасибо за внимание. Будьте здоровы.
Thank you.
The city of West Hollywood is home to a large community of people from countries of the former Soviet Union. Every May, the city of West Hollywood and the West Hollywood Russian Advisory Board present the Russian Style Festival, a day of family-friendly events celebrating the rich culture and heritage of the Los Angeles region's Russian-speaking community.
Быть сегодня здесь, но, к сожалению, не смогли.
You have a long, wonderful program ahead, so I'm going to keep my remarks very brief. I just want to welcome you and say thank you for coming and enjoy your evening. Good afternoon. Добрый день. How are you doing today? Как вы поживаете? Хорошо? Хорошо. Спасибо большое, and thank you very much for being here.
A variety of Russian art showings included a children's art exhibition inspired by stories told by their grandparents. Additionally, Lark Gallery Online presented the original sculptures of Peter Speyer, a Russian artist from St. Petersburg. The Russian Style Festival is always free to the public and included a day of entertainment, music, food, vendors, and numerous local exhibitors. For more information about the 13th Annual Russian Style Festival, you can visit weho.org or call West Hollywood Russian Community Outreach Coordinator Tatiana Rodzanek. Tatiana can be reached at 323-848-6826. At a recent City Council meeting, Mayor D'Amico presented a commendation to two West Hollywood neighbors.
In early March, John Ho wrote an email to me and said, I live on Detroit Street and all these developments are happening and the garden in front of my apartment building doesn't really look very good. Can the city do something? And I wrote back and said, no, the city can't, in fact, fix up your garden, but have you asked your landlord what they might do? And that began a dialogue between John and I, and eventually John and his neighbor Blair and their landlord, and together they fixed up the garden in front of their house, and now there's another beautiful garden on Detroit Street. And I just, in exactly the same way that was just mentioned, it's that sort of spirit of West Hollywood that we all work together and we make it better. So I have commendations for John and Blair, and I just want to say that they took the initiative and the time and the effort to improve the parkway in front of their house, or their building, and they worked as neighbors and they worked with their landlord, and I think that's really the spirit of West Hollywood.
John is my neighbor upstairs who got this all started, and I had gotten used to the area just being covered in dirt and all that, and so it's like he appealed to my ego and said, you're strong, you can carry some stuff around, and we started getting the whole thing together, and over a couple of weeks, I hadn't really been like, I didn't really want to do this, and suddenly neighbors are coming out and saying, oh, this looks beautiful, and people gave us ideas, and it just really improved everything.
May is, of course, also Senior Month in the city of West Hollywood, and the City Council unveiled a very special Women's History banner recognizing Senior Advisory Board member Sophia Gelman.
We are very delighted this evening to be unveiling a new banner in recognition of Sophia Gelman, who is a senior and youth advocate. As many of you know, during March Women's History Month, we usually unveil one or two banners of women that have made significant contributions to not only the city of West Hollywood, but often worldwide contributions. But Sophia, we saved so that we could unveil this during Senior Month, as well as the month in which we celebrate all the wonderful contributions the Russian community has made here in West Hollywood.
Thank you for festivals and health book fairs, for social services that help us to live long, and for heroic sheriffs fighting crime without fear. God bless you, and stay creative and strong.
Congratulations, Sophia, and thank you for your many years of service. The 13th annual Healthy Seniors Fair, featuring presentations and health screenings, was also a huge success this year.
13th annual Senior Health Fair, right here at Plummer Park. We have more than 500 people here today to get screenings of all sorts. Screenings are largely provided by Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, a big partner of ours in the community. We also have screenings from the SCAN health plan. And the screenings are screenings like stroke, cardio, like the pulmonary screenings, dental screenings from the Saban Community Clinic, podiatry, diabetes, blood pressure. And then we also have, in addition to the screenings, we have about 40 different organizations here today providing information to our participants about free social services available to them. And really, this is a senior health fair that's aimed at providing all kinds of health and human services to the seniors in our community. And one of our main concerns in the community is allowing people to making it possible, really, for people to remain independent in their own homes.
Also, as a part of Senior Month, the May 28th Senior Advisory Board meeting could be seen live right here on WehoTV. And if you missed it, you can watch a replay at weho.org/WehoTV. There are many senior activities going on throughout the month of May and all year long. You can get the full scoop by visiting weho.org or by contacting the West Hollywood Social Services Division at 323-848-6510 or the West Hollywood Comprehensive Services Center at 323-876-1717. West Hollywood celebrated National Historic Preservation Month with an event celebrating the golden age of movie making in West Hollywood. The event took place at the iconic studio The Lot on North Formosa Avenue. The Lot was first established in 1918 and has been home to Pickford Fairbanks Studio, United Artists Studios, and Warner Brothers. Hollywood studios where classic films such as Robin Hood, Pollyanna, Wuthering Heights, and West Side Story were all made. An evening presentation featured author Tommy Danskill, a Hollywood native and film industry lighting technician who has written 2 books about Hollywood history, Hollywood, California, 1900 to 1950, and Hollywood Studios. City of West Hollywood hosted an open house for the property at 1343 North Laurel Avenue to provide an in-person look at the house, including its interiors and the entire grounds, and to seek community input about the future uses of that property. The property is currently mothballed.
What we have done in the last year is we have stabilized and mothballed this building, which is to prevent it from deteriorating, to address immediate needs that are necessary.
Particularly if we have a building that's vacant and not used for a while, to make sure that the building is protected. It's in a safe condition Things are not going to fall down. Roofs won't leak, for example. These are some of the important issues.
The open house and free tours are part of a visioning process, providing an opportunity for the West Hollywood community to get a hands-on look at the property and to participate in envisioning the future of this unique city-owned property. The property was donated to the city of West Hollywood by Elsie Wiseman and is currently open to the public as a park. The next Vision Concepts Committee meeting for the property at 1343 North Laurel Avenue is scheduled for Thursday, May 29th at 6:30 p.m. in the Community Center at Plummer Park. Community members are encouraged to attend these meetings to provide input, but if you just can't make it, the meeting will be televised live right here on WehoTV. For more information about the 1343 North Laurel Avenue Community Visioning process, visit 1343nlaurelave.org. Let me run that for you one more time, 1343nlaurelave.org. City of West Hollywood has assembled a design steering committee to engage residents and community members regarding the implementation of Phase 2 of the master plan for West Hollywood Park. The initial design steering committee meeting on Wednesday, May 7th, 2014, provided committee members with background and history of West Hollywood Park, as well as the current conceptual vision of the selected architects and landscape architects, LPA Inc.
I'm Dan Adams. I'm with Curie International, and I'm the project manager for this design phase of the project.
Rick Tomato with LPA Architects, and we're the design architect for the project.
Like most things in West Hollywood, it's a matter of trade-offs, it's a matter of finding balance, it's a matter of looking for compromise and trying to figure out how to meet the needs of most of our residents most of the time.
Phase 2 of the West Hollywood Master Plan, Park Master Plan that is moving ahead. This includes concepts for additional open park space, development of a new recreation and community center, park support facilities, and children's playground areas. A new aquatic facility with a lap pool and a recreational pool is planned for the rooftop of the recreation center. An AIDS monument is also planned to be located near the entrance to the West Hollywood Library. The next design steering committee will be held on June 4th, Wednesday, June 4th, in the community meeting room at West Hollywood Library. For more information on the West Hollywood Park project, visit weho.org or contact Jeffrey Huffer, as I did personally. City of West Hollywood Strategic Initiatives Manager. Jeffrey's number is 323-848-6846. The City of West Hollywood is hosting the 7th annual One City, One Pride LGBTQ Arts Festival, and we're going to tell you all about that when WehoTV News returns, right after this short break. Don't go away.
How to get around in West Hollywood? Google it. West Hollywood's City Line routes are now included in Google Maps. City Line, West Hollywood's free shuttle service, is a great way to get around town without having to take the big buses. Click over to Google Maps and you can now find City Line transit stops, routes, and schedule information. You can also calculate estimated travel time, walking time, and view additional choices of transportation. City Line and Google Maps. Get out there and get around. InfoMap is an online interactive map that allows residents to find information about construction and permitting projects that are planned or underway across the city. The InfoMap allows users to click on a project, read what is being proposed, find the status of the project, and even send an email with the comments directly to the project planner. Details also include whether a project is under review, approved, or permitted and under construction, and the maps are updated monthly. To visit InfoMap, visit weho.org/infomap.
Welcome back to WehoTV News. I'm Larry Carroll. City of West Hollywood celebrates the one-year anniversary of Supreme Court decision on marriage equality at the 7th annual One City, One Bride Arts Festival. The theme of this year's festival is I Do, acknowledging and celebrating the hundreds of marriages that were performed in the city of West Hollywood following the June 2013 Supreme Court decision that affirmed marriage equality in California nearly 1 year ago. I Do represents an affirmation, a promise, a commitment, and a celebration of love. The One City, One Pride Arts Festival kickoff event, Love is Love, the 5-year road to marriage, was held Thursday on May 22nd, Harvey Milk Day, in the West Hollywood Library. This special photographic exhibition celebrates the struggle for marriage equality, featuring images of No on Proposition 8 rallies across Southern California by photographer David McCoy. Just a handful of highlights include One Night. This spectacular outdoor event is large-scale digital projections onto an inflatable balloon hovering over the West Hollywood Park and exterior walls of the West Hollywood Library, and an evening of music and dance performances by Kate Crash and Donna Sternberg and dancers, not to be missed. One Night will take place on Saturday, May 31st, 2014, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. at West Hollywood Park. Admission is free, and the event is open to the public. And a Midsummer Afternoon's Queer Wedding Reception is on Saturday, June 1st, from 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Fiesta Hall in Plummer Park. This performance art event places the audience into the point of view of being a guest at a special wedding reception and features some of Southern California's most cutting-edge queer musicians and performance artists, including Devin Tate and the Traders, Odious Ari, and more. Followed by Behold the Bridegrooms, an exploration of the poetry of James Broughton during the 100th anniversary of his birth at 7 p.m. Admission, again, is free. With 30 events in 40 days, it's a busy time for LGBTQ arts in West Hollywood. Visit the new One City, One Pride interactive map at WehoTV.org to plan your Pride Month in West Hollywood. Pride Month celebrates the anniversary of the birth of the modern LGBT rights movement, and there will be plenty of celebrations all month long. Highlight of the Pride, as always, will be the Pride Weekend, with the festival on Friday and Saturday, June 6th and 7th, and the world-famous Christopher Street West Pride Parade along Santa Monica Boulevard on Sunday, June 8th. Remember, West Hollywood Park and the San Vicente Boulevard will be closed for the celebration, so plan accordingly. For more information about the Christopher Street West Pride Festival and Parade, visit lapride.org, or you can call CSW at 323-969-8302. Well, that's it for this edition of WehoTV News. For more information about the stories you've seen here, you can always go to our award-winning website, weho.org. And for the latest about what's happening on WehoTV, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Larry Carroll. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with images from last year's Pride Festival and Parade.
But we're about to go off. Let's get it, y'all. My name is Country Black. I was featured on the Magic Mike soundtrack, singing this remix of It's Raining Men. Work it out, kids! Yes! Yeah! All right.